Okay. Hello. Welcome in to another weekly spirit boost. I'm Tammy Maustaberti, best-selling author of the books The Universe is Talking to and the Higher Help Method. And I teach people simple spiritual tools to tap into what I refer to as the higher helpline of the universe. And why do we want to do that? Because we want the guidance, we want the answers, we want our life to be easier and happier and less stressful, and we want to create a life that we truly love waking up to each morning. So, I am here to share with you 3 tips to help you reignite the flow of signs. Now, these tips also go with I'm just trying to get signs and I'm just starting. But these tips will help you to reignite the flow. So, if you have been on the path for a while, if you have gotten signs from loved ones in the past, and you feel like, I haven't heard from so and so in a while, or, it's been a little bit, and, I feel like I'm not as connected. I feel like I'm not seeing the signs. I'm not getting those angel numbers. I'm not looking at the clock and seeing 1111 or 222 or whatever. And I don't know why. Why am I not seeing these on a regular basis? Because when you are connected and when you are in flow, you are seeing things on a regular basis. You are seeing those angel numbers when you look at the clock. You are getting signs from loved ones around you. You are noticing those breadcrumbs that the universe is dropping to guide you forward. If you are someone right now who is feeling like, I do feel like it's slowed down. I do feel like maybe I'm a little disconnected. I'm going to help you. I'm going to share with you how to reignite signs. And again, if you're watching this and you've just found me for some reason, you can use these to start getting them in the first place if you never have before. So guess what I'm going to share with you today. Now, quick announcement. I am going to be live in person teaching. It has been probably over a year since I have done it, and I'm super excited about it. So if you live in the Massachusetts, New Hampshire area, I hope you will join. I'm going to be in at Circles of Wisdom in, I think how you say it is Methuen, Massachusetts, which I believe is on the border of New Hampshire. So that's why I say if you're in that area. But I'm actually teaching on a weekend, June 7th and 8th. June 7th, I'm teaching a full day workshop with psychic medium John Holland. So honored and excited to be teaching with him. We are going to be teaching the language of spirit. So that is going to be a full day workshop from 10 to 5 at Circles of Wisdom. And then on that Sunday, I'm teaching a half-day workshop by myself on the higher help method and manifesting. So all of my work will be covered in that weekend, but I'm so excited to be able to share what I know and what I teach with the amazing John Holland, who is not just a psychic medium, but for those of you who don't know, he teaches how to tap into the higher help line, which is what I call it. One of his books is about bridging the gap, right, between us and the other side. And so we are going to have a blast, and I'm very much looking forward to that. So that is linked. I'm going to add it to Instagram. So hopefully those of you on the replay who are watching this, it will be added in my bio, but it is linked below on YouTube and Facebook, both of those events. We are in early bird pricing right now for the event. I believe it's through May 10th, maybe? Early bird pricing for the one with John Holland, which is the full day workshop on the 7th. So again, if you live in that area, I would love to meet you in person. I have had the best time teaching in person. I love hanging out with you all online and teaching with you online. I feel like I know many of you from those classes, but oh my gosh, it was so much fun the last time I taught. It was in Lilydale, New York, and I just had a blast teaching a full day workshop and actually meeting many of you in person. So I have to tell you about that. So again, I will link it in the bio up here. John and I are going to do a Facebook Live together at some point as well to talk about it and promote it. But I just wanted to let you know that is really the only live event that I have booked so far, and it's going to be happening in the summer. And I cannot wait. My husband and I are going to just be driving to Massachusetts, and he will get the privilege of being able to hang out with all of us while I'm teaching. So that's first and foremost. Now, having said that, and again, the links are below, right to Circles of Wisdom, or you can just go to circlesofwisdom.com under their workshops and you'll find us June 7th and 8th. Okay. So let's get into how can I reignite the flow of signs? How can I tap back in? Because there's even been times in my life where I feel like, God, I haven't gotten a sign from my mother in a while, or I haven't felt that connection. I haven't seen those angel numbers. Like, I need to reconnect, right? And I always say you can't disconnect. It's not like you're disconnected from where you came from. We are always connected to the universe. It's just that the connection gets dulled, frayed, not as strong, right? So how do we reignite it? How can we reignite that flow? It's actually easier than you think. There are super simple spiritual tools you can do to shift yourself very, very quickly. So here's number one. And one of the biggest reasons, besides the fact that you don't know how the universe speaks to you, which is what I try to teach you, the biggest reason why people are missing signs is the chaos around them. Okay? The chaos that we live in, and it's global now because we literally know what's going on in other countries. So we're not even just dealing with the chaos in our backyard. We're dealing with the chaos everywhere, right? So there's external chaos, which those of us who are more sensitive, more empathetic, the majority of people on a spiritual path are, because you're opening yourself up. But you're taking that in. Even if you're watching something online, even if you're watching something on TV, you're taking that in. Okay. So that's the first type of chaos. Second type of chaos is internal. Internal. What is going on in your mind, your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs will distract you. That's why when someone recently passes, it's often harder for someone to notice a sign. Not impossible, but it can be harder because you are in that emotion of grief, and that will distract you, right? That will distract you. That will sort of bring your vibes down a little bit. It's harder to notice it. There was a period of time where I think it was like a week, I remember, after my mother died, where I got nothing from her. And I got a sign immediately when she passed in the hospital. But after that, it was like I was so in that lower vibe that it took me probably a week and a half to 2 weeks before something came in. It can take longer, okay? But that internal chaos will block you 100%. So what can we do about that? If you feel like you've never gotten a sign, or if you feel like you want to reignite signs, the first thing I want you to do is what I call, and those of you who have followed me for a while, you can probably say it before I say it, my 60-second retreat breaks. You have to purposely, consciously, intentionally bring your energy back to center, right? So I just saw somebody ask, how can I raise my vibration? These mini retreat breaks will do it every time, because you are pulling yourself out of the external chaos. You are pulling yourself out of your own thoughts and the internal chaos. And you are going to do a 60-second break that will recenter you, that will release the stress. And so now when the 60 seconds is done, you go back to your life from a different perspective. You go back to your life from another level, from a higher level. Okay. I remember years ago, if you know Abraham Hicks, Esther Hicks channels Abraham. She said years ago, meditation, which is basically what these 60-second retreats are, meditation immediately neutralizes your vibration. So it actually raises it. If you are in a lower vibration, it neutralizes it. So it brings it up. I like to add gratitude at the end, because now you're raising it even more. And I wasn't even going to talk about that, but somebody just asked how you can raise your vibration. So if you tack gratitude on to the end of the 60 seconds, you've now neutralized and raised. Okay. So if you're new, what are these 60-second retreats, Tammy? You're going to do them throughout the day. I want you to do them at least 3 times a day. I make it easy for you. You can do them in the morning. You can do it at the end of the day and find one time in the middle of the day. If you want to get crazy, because I do oftentimes do this for myself, especially when I feel like I need to bring myself back, I will set alarms on my phone and do it 4, 5, 6 times a day. Okay? 60 seconds. You are just going to close your eyes. You're going to take a deep breath in and out, and you're going to repeat a mantra for 60 seconds. Any mantra you like. I like release and relax, let go, because you're letting go of stress. I am connected. I am safe. Sometimes I combine I am connected and I am safe, but pick a mantra that feels good to you. And just for 60 seconds, you can set a timer on your phone, whatever you want to do. Close your eyes, and for 60 seconds, you're just going to repeat that mantra. Repeat it like release, or I am connected. I am safe. I am connected. I am safe. And you're going to repeat that. Now, even if your mind drifts to the left or the right during that, even if your mind goes off into your to-do list, into how long have I been doing this, into what time is it? Has it been 60 seconds yet? Whatever might be going on. What do I have to do when I'm done with this 60-second retreat? Totally fine. You're releasing stress. Those thoughts are actually releasing stress. And you bring yourself, you go, oh God, now I'm not doing I'm not paying attention to the mantra. Let me bring myself back. 60 seconds. Why do I say 60 seconds? Number one, even if you can't meditate, you can do 60 seconds, I promise. Number two, there has been neuroscientific research to show that when you do mini meditations throughout the day, it actually has the same effects on your brain, on, the benefits of all the different benefits of those longer meditations. Even if you break them up during the day, it's still doing the same thing, right? And that's the other thing about when you have these random thoughts in the middle of those 60 seconds and you go, oh, I just drifted. Let me bring myself back. When you do that, when you go off to the left and bring yourself back and off and bring yourself back, you're rewiring your brain. You're literally rewiring your brain every time you do it. So don't be upset when that happens, okay? That's the first thing you're going to do to raise your vibration, to bring yourself back to center, back to calm. If you want to even raise your vibration more, you just, at the end of that 60 seconds, think of 1 or 2 things that you're grateful for. Put your hands over your heart, really feel it in your heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then you move on. That's the first thing. You got to tame that chaos to reignite those signs. Number 2, you are going to ask for help. Thank you for the balloons on Instagram. You are going to ask for help in recognizing those signs, okay? And in doing that, you're going to also be setting your intention, which is extremely powerful. The universe literally responds to intention. What is intention? Just purposely thinking something, purposely stating something. I intend to receive more signs. I intend to open myself up. And hey, universe, can you help me? I have a morning prayer. You can get it. I didn't link it, but you can go to my website, TammyMarshallBurdy.com, and get my top 3 tools for higher helpline communication. One of them is my morning prayer. This morning prayer, after you do your 60-second retreat, you're going to do this 60-second or less morning prayer where you are going to call in higher helpers and say, I intend to receive these signs. So please help me open up, notice these signs, and receive them, right? You don't have to do it on your own. You can ask your higher helpers to assist you with that. But you're setting that intention every morning. So not only are you calling in the help so that as you're going throughout your day, you are noticing more, but you are also putting the intention in your head that, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be open to signs today. So I'm going to be on the lookout. I'm going to be watching, right? You're reminding yourself every day using that morning prayer. That alone will start reigniting the signs because now you are conscious of it. You've asked the universe to assist you with it. And now you just move forward throughout your day, doing your little 60-second retreats as necessary or as you want, or once throughout the day if you've done it in the morning and then before you go to sleep at night. And those 2 things that take minutes will start reigniting the signs. The last thing is actually asking for a sign. Now you're doing that in the morning prayer. You're saying, please send me the signs. In the morning prayer, there is an intention section. Whatever you're working on, whatever you're trying to figure out, whatever you're looking for help with, whatever you're facing that day, you put in that intention section. And then you say, please send me the signs, synchronicities, opportunities, resources, ideas, people, etc., and help me recognize them when they arrive. But you can actually ask for a specific sign, which is my assign a sign exercise, which I have talked about 1,001,000 times, and also is one of those top 3 tools on my website if you go to tammymasterbirdie.com. Assign a sign is you can actually give a loved one, a particular higher helper, your collective group of angels and guides, you can give them a sign to use to let you know they are around you. They hear you. They're working with you. They are on it. They are trying to help you move forward. We just want you to know. And you give them a sign that you want to use. It can be anything. It can be a song on the radio. It can be a particular type of flower. It can be a particular type of animal. It can be a yellow star. It can be, a particular name, a particular number sequence. Whatever you decide you want to do, you give it to them and you say, listen, I'm doing my retreats. I'm doing my morning prayer asking for the help. Can you just use this sign to let me know you're around? If you do those 3 things, within a couple of days, you're going to feel different and you are going to start all of a sudden picking up the phone and seeing those angel numbers. All of a sudden looking at the clock and seeing an angel number. All of a sudden getting a phone call and, oh my gosh, this is the answer I was looking for, right? This is exactly the guidance I was looking for, or getting that email. You will start reconnecting with the flow. So really, it's just going back to the basics. That's why I say, even if you are just starting out with signs and you're like, I've never really received signs. Tammy, I just got your book, The Universe is Talking to You, and I'm totally into this. This will work for you because I'm telling you, when you need to reignite, you go back to the basics. You go back to the stuff that works. And then things start opening up again. Now you're reconnected again. Now you're feeling more connected because every morning you're calling in those higher helpers who are directing you, who you feel like, oh my gosh, now I used to call them elevated reinforcements, right? Because it's like, now I have my team with me, my higher help team with me, walking through the day to say, hey, don't go to the right, go to the left. Hey, don't do this. This is a better opportunity. Look over here. That's how it works. And again, it works. It's the same for signs from loved ones on the other side. It's the same exact thing. They work the same way, right? They work the same way, but you have to be on that vibration, on that higher vibration to notice things. When we are stuck in the muck, when we are caught in our own negative emotions, negative thought loops, just feeling lower, you're not going to notice it. You're stuck in your own web of insanity, right? That we tend to walk through when we're in chaos. You're not going to notice it the same way. It never means, by the way, that they are not sending signs. It never means that the universe is not trying to get in touch with you, or that your loved ones are not trying to get in touch with you. It's about you, your vibration, and being able to notice it, being in the space to notice it, understanding, like I'm teaching with John Holland in June in Massachusetts, if you're just joining, linked below, the language of spirit. Okay. It's about learning that and then learning how to manage your energy, to shift your energy so that you're open to it. And by the way, when you shift and manage your energy like that, you are going to feel so much happier, so much better. You're going to be moving through life in a whole different way. Things are not going to get you down in the same way because you have these tools to shift you back, right? That's what these are. So 2 of those tools that I just shared, again, you can get at tammymasterbirdie.com if you don't already have it. If you have my morning prayer, go back to it. go back to it. And then if you're doing any other prayer from the Higher Help Method book, you can add that in, right? You can add that in. There's always an intention section to say, okay, and I also want to call in so and so and so and so and so and so around money. Or this angel and this ascended master and this saint around career. Whatever's going on in your life. That's the morning prayer is a customizable thing, right? But it has those things in it that ask for the signs, ask for the help in receiving them. You don't want to just ask for the signs and then miss them. You want to ask for the signs and then ask for the help so that you do notice them. That's how it works. So those are my tips for actually reigniting the flow or just igniting the flow from the first place. And again, the live classes that I'm going to be teaching, one with John Holland, one on my own in Massachusetts, are linked below on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. I will get it in my bio for you as well. Actually, when I end this, I'll go add it quickly to the bio. So I'm just so excited about doing live events again. So any questions? And thank you for liking the live. I see many of you are liking it, and I really appreciate that. If you like what I'm saying and doing, give me the way that I kind of feel your interaction is either through comments or likes. So I thank you for that. But let me just see. There's a couple of comments and questions. Let me just check Instagram. I don't see anything yet. Okay. So let's see. So M is asking, can this also be applied to a pet that has crossed over recently? 150,000% yes. Absolutely. I have done it with every pet. No, that's not true. My first pet that died, I didn't assign her a sign, but I got signs from her. But the pets that have crossed over since, I'd say in the past, I don't know, 10 years. Yes. Sometimes I assign them I give them a sign before they pass because I know they're passing. And I say, please use the sign. Let me know you're okay, that you've crossed over well, you're with my mother, whatever. And even if they've already passed, you can say to them, listen, I know you can hear me. I know you're around. Can you just use the sign of X, Y, and Z to let me know you're around, right? If it was a cat, let me see a mouse, right? So I'm saying cat because I have cats. But yes, you can 100%. Everything that I'm saying to you works for loved ones who have passed on, including your pets. Your pets can communicate in the same exact way as a loved one who has passed on. They are a soul. They have the same ability to communicate. Even when they're living in their body, they are communicating with you through their behavior. They are telepathic. They can read your thoughts. That's why you ever notice, like when you have to take I'll give you another cat example. You have to take your cat to the vet. And it's like they know they're hiding because they know. They can tell because you're already thinking in your head and you're picturing, how am I going to get them into the cage? They're a nightmare. What do I do? Do I take the cage out beforehand? They can read it. They're like, absolutely not. You're not getting me in that cage, right? So I always say to my husband, if we're trying to take cats to the vet, don't think about it. Don't think about it. Don't say it in your head. Let's not talk about it. Don't picture the cage. I don't want them knowing. So yeah, they're the same exact thing. And I think you also asked, how can I raise my vibration, which I saw come in while I was answering it. So hopefully that was helping, that it was helpful to you. Marilyn says, I start every day with your morning prayer and love it. Thank you. Yeah, that morning prayer has been around longer than The Universe is Talking to You book has been around. And that came out in 2020. The morning prayer was, my gosh, no, it's over 10. It's got to be 15 years ago. I created it for myself. And then I started sharing it with other people way before I published it in that book. And it's also, like I said, it's one of my basic, it's like the basic tool. Even if you do nothing else and you just ask for the help with that morning prayer, people have seen a difference. Without the 60-second retreat, which just will make it easier and happen faster. Without all of the assign a sign, people start noticing not just signs, but synchronistic experiences, like answers that come in out of nowhere or repetition coming into their life. I've gotten crazy, amazing stories just from people using that morning prayer. Oh, my sister's here. She said, I start every day with your morning prayer. Thank you. Geraldine said, "Would it be too much to have a sign for an insurance check from my dad because we found lost money? Unfortunately, my mom died of injuries and the lawsuit did not result in anything." So you're saying asking for a sign because we found lost money. I'm not sure. Are you asking, you mean would it be too much to ask your dad for a sign? Um I'm assuming you're talking about asking your dad for a sign. You can definitely ask for a sign. See, sometimes I'll just ask for a sign that they're around and help and working with me on whatever problem I'm solving or trying to figure out. Or sometimes I'll ask for a sign to let me know that I'm on the right track or that they are supporting me, something like that. So yeah, you can ask for a sign from your dad around a specific issue so that, do you know about this? Is it going to be okay? That type of a thing. You can definitely ask for a sign for that if that is what I think you're saying. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. Oh, from your mom. Wait a minute. Oh, her case just ended. So you are asking, wait a minute. Yeah, if you're talking about asking for a sign from your mom, yes, you can definitely do that as well. Yeah, no, you can still ask, you can ask for a sign for that. You can also ask for help with the situation. So whatever that situation is, you can call in. So if you're talking about money, you can call in specific higher helpers to assist you with the situation, right? With whatever the situation is to create a more positive outcome. So that's another piece of the puzzle. But yes, you can definitely ask for a sign. And usually the way that I would do it is ask for a sign that this person is aware of what's going on and that it's going to be that there will be a positive outcome or there will be a positive ending at some point in the process. So you can do that as well. So yes, and again, a sign is one of the tools that you get as my top 3 tools on the homepage of my website. So if you've never done a sign before, you will love it. The last thing I want to tell you is we are in final replays for the summit, the Living an Elevated Existence Summit. So if you missed any of the summit, you can sign up now. We're in final replays. All of the replays around manifestation are open now through the end of Sunday. Then we're going to be opening up all of the replays around intuition. And then we're going to be opening up all of the replays around mind body healing. So if you missed anything, it's all completely free to listen, elevatedexistencesummit.com. It's completely free. Every person has a free gift. And then there are special offers that you do not have to get, but many of them are really good. But again, every offer, every speaker that we had free gifts, and there's over 20. But like I said, we're in final replay, so you can watch any that you missed. So that'll be going on for the next couple of weeks. And then everything shuts down in the summit. So no more free gifts, no more um special offers. Replays are not available anymore unless you've bought the upgrade, and then we will actually be sending you a link where you can actually download any of those replays as well at the end of the summit. So I just had to add that in there as well. That's the other thing that's been going on in addition to me starting to promote the live in person that is happening in June. That I'm so excited about. I can't wait. I honestly can't wait. My husband and I are just going to make a nice weekend of it. And he actually enjoys coming to my events. He just likes the energy. He's always like, I'm like vibed so high when I leave events with you because my people are amazing. So thank you all for being here with me. I will be back again next Thursday at noon Eastern, as per usual, for another weekly spirit boost. And if you have any questions, any comments, feel free to leave them below. Please like the live on your way out. And as I tell you every single Thursday, what are you going to do this weekend? You're going to do something that brings you joy. No matter how big, no matter how small, you're going to do something to raise your vibes, to put you in line with those signs, to make you feel good because you deserve it and because it will open you up to the guidance that is always, always, always flowing to you. So thank you all for being here with me, and I will see you back here next Thursday. Be sure to check out the events linked below in June, the Elevated Existence Summit, and then if you want some of those tools that I shared here, TammyMasterbirdie.com on the homepage. See you guys. Bye.